Good morning again. Well, it's not really good morning, is it really? So, but anyway, it's a good day. Are we having a good morning? Yesterday, I went out for the first time to sit by the bin shed to get some vitamin D, and it was good. It really was good. Just to sit there to get some bloody sun on your face. Good morning, Daryl. How are you? It's listen. There's some smashing films on YouTube. Really are. You want to get onto them. I watched. I've been watching the franchise of Mission Impossible all on YouTube. Believe it or not. Also, what's there is the is what's it called? Transformers: The Dark Side of the Moon. Cracking film. It's cracking. I don't normally watch that, but I watched that as well. Fantastic. Jack Reacher. I watching that. Tom Cruise again though, but brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, as I said, some fantastic films. Paul Turner. Good morning, Frank. Hope you're okay. Yes, thank you, Paul. I hope you're well as well. Hope you're well. Morning, Frank. Hot yesterday. Well, yes, it was, Gary. I was made up, as I said, sitting by the bin shed. And I was trying to do some reading, but with the neighbours coming in and out, I was chatting to them for a little while. And I had a phone call off JK. He phoned me up. Sitting there. And, as people were coming in and out and saying, good morning, good afternoon, whatever. Well, good afternoon. And Daryl says, the English weather back to Blighty today, crap. It's going downhill over the weekend, unfortunately. But, let's hope that we get some things, Let's hope that we get some things in, some good weather again. I had to cancel my little coach tour. I had to cancel it because I got that on long range weather forecast and it wasn't too good. It was just loads of cloud and rain on the 25th. But I'm having a walk on the 2nd, if anyone fancies it. I'm having a walk on the 2nd of August, which is a Friday. If anybody fancies it, let me know now. It'll be good. You'll see me at work. It will be good. Show you some history, history that you'd never think about, buildings that you'd never think about, and they pointed out who the architects were. So if you fancy that, that's on the 2nd of August. Beverly Hills Cop is a great film, says Daryl Merritt. Yeah. Nick Nolte. Eddie Murphy. Yeah, very good. Funny. Have you seen War of the World, Frank, with Tom Cruise? Watched it last. Yeah, that's didn't I mention that War of the Worlds? Yeah, cracking film. That's what I mean. Everything's on YouTube. Getting up to date films. I don't like Jason Statham. Yeah, his new films, which is The Beekeeper, are out. I can't stand it. I won't watch it. Can't act him. Can't act. Gary Rigby. I watched a film called Small World. Yeah, Anthony Newley and Wilfred Bramble. And who's the girl in it? Used to have a crush on her. Well, her name was Julia Foster. Small World of Sammy Lee. He was great in that. Good actor, Anthony Newley. I seen him at the Empire years ago. I know he's dead now, he's dead a few years. Um, I seen him and he played Scrooge in a musical at the Empire. He was brilliant, and the special effects as well was unbelievable at the Empire. I don't know about UFOs, Frank. We've had UYO, unusual yellow object yesterday. I felt one. Say Paul Taylor. Do you know what though? I remember a few years ago sitting in, and it had been cloudy and rain and just cloudy, and it went on for weeks. And all of a sudden, the sun came out. I put on Facebook or something. I said, "There's a big light, big yellow light in the sky. What is it? Can anyone?" And some people, they don't take it in, unfortunately. They were saying, "It's not a light, that's the sun." Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah, so good. TW, come on to the legends of the airwaves. The legends. I don't think I was a legend the other night, was I? Getting called for everything. Under the post, of it. My favourite film, that Daryl, says Paul Turner. That must be War of the Whales, or was it the other one he mentioned? Yeah, be War of the Whales. Daryl says, shame that Frank, I would have had to pay for 2 seats. Do you mean the coach trip? Gary says, I fancy that walk, Frank. I'll teach you a few things about our city. Oh, that'd be nice. I've always said, though, Gary always said, you never stop learning. You never stop learning. I'll tell you where I'm going to meet, actually. I'll give you the itinerary now. I'm going to meet I'm going to meet right outside, well, it's hard to explain, by the Stebble Fountain, or by the Lions, one of the two, on Lime Street, Plateau. That's where I'm going to meet. Show you a few things there. Just there. And then we'll walk down, obviously we'll walk down William Brown Street. We might have a little pop in, which we will, I'm sure of it. St. John's Gardens. Then out of there, past the Merseytone, cross over, and get to the bottom of Dale Street. Show you something there, which you'll go, wow, people just bypass it. And I'm talking about Scousers who, how many, they've been down James Street thousands of times, thousands through their lives. And when I brought them around, go, wow, I didn't even see that. I just walked past that. I just walked past that. And that's what it's like, when I point things out. So I don't like Statham. He tries to be like Bruce Willis, but terrible at it. Oh, I think he's dreadful. He really is. I've seen the set where they filmed the plane crash from War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise at Universal Studios, Hollywood. So he's Paul said. Yeah, brilliant. I remember my mother. She went over to visit relatives, and she went around there, and she met John Wayne. They were actually filming. John Wayne was filming, and someone went, "There's John Wayne over there." She walked over to him, said, "Hello, John. How are you?" Yeah. She said, "Francis, when he stood up, he was so tall. He's like a giant." You know, I really think it's good. It's good when, our mums. She even met Rock Hudson. Met Rock Hudson. And she came back. And when she came, you're talking the 60s here. She came back, I was a kid. I was a lot of, a young, impressionable teenager. And she just came over and she was talking to, like, her sisters, my aunties. And she went, "Do you know Rock Hudson? He likes men." He said to some fella. And he was going, "Go away." I said, "What do you mean, he likes men?" Oh, Will P, good morning, Frank Carlyle. Good to see you in the chat before. Sorry, I can't stop getting ready for work. See you, Will. Oh, that's great that you're there, actually popped in. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're a good man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was all right with those people. Victor Orange. Victor Orange. Thank you, Will. Paul. Hello, Frank. Hope you're all okay, mate. How are you? How are you, Trud? Good to see you, mate, honestly. We talk about films, Trud, and TV series, and then, if you're not used to this, all of a sudden football comes into it. Was I see one of those rats? Look. Hey, gringo. I don't have no stinking badges. Great actor, isn't it? Yeah, War of the Whales, Frank says Paul Sarah. Yeah, it's a very good film, Spielberg. Special effects are absolutely brilliant. Absolutely. I'll tell you what's a good film. The endings are crap, though. For special effects and everything. Was 2012. Was it 2012? John Cusack. The ending of the world. Yeah. Yeah. The ending of the world. cracking film, but the ending was pathetic. The very ending, that is. Believe me, the very ending. The others was brilliant, right through. I thought it was very good. I had to walk around Chester yesterday, got bored with it now, but got my twirly pass. When you're all right there, you're on your own. Know what I mean? If you're on your own, I think with a group of people, it's good because you're talking to each other. I always remember my class, my history class, and they were all mature students. And I said, these two fellas, they were always late. Two old fellas, two old codgers. Lovely people, don't get me wrong. Anyway, they came in late, as usual. So they missed the start. So at the end, the end of the session, I said to the class, now don't forget, Western approaches 11 o'clock. I'll see you there. The following week, these fellas, we were outside the Western approaches, and we even went in. We was having a few pints. You never showed up. We went to the pub. That's stories I've got, You're amazing with me. Until someone shut them up, wasn't me. I just stood there. I just shook my head. I just give up. Steve Evans. Hello, Frank. No kickoffs today. No, because this is this only if you've got him and him, Lee Van Cleef and Eli Waller. They could kick off on me. And there's Clint there. Look, to shut them all up. Pity I wasn't Clint, wasn't it, last Thursday night? No. I've seen a film set where they did a fight scene on a staircase for Peaky Blinders, say Steve Evans. I've never watched Peaky, I'm being honest. I'll tell you why. I was looking forward to it. That's Cillian Murphy. I even met Sam Neill in Bolston, in Rodney Street. Met him. He was standing there. And anyway, I've never watched a minute of it because when I see like the opening sequence and I see fellas walking down, see, I go on historical significance. I really do. And when I seen, look, I won't watch the Royal Shakespeare Company, the RSC, and I love Shakespeare. I love them to death. I won't watch them because they're always doing it in like 20s and 30s dress, the era that, and I don't like that. I love everything traditional, and I mean everything. And everything has to be historical fact. And when I seen these fellas walking down, these Peaky Blinders, after the First World War, and I see some fella like that, little fella, walking out with the dreadlocks down to his hip. I just felt, I'm not having that. Not having that. So I never watched it. Not because of the dreadlocks, yeah, because of the dreadlocks, because that was so far-fetched, so far out. No such things as dreadlocks then. Never came out until 1939 with Haile Selassie. Rastafarian, the Rastas. FSG trying to buy McDonald's because they want to give all the staff a happy meal for their hard work. It's terrible. Youssef, does anyone mention the fact we lost to Preston? I know it's pre-season, but what a wonderful start to the slot era. Anyway, on films, have you ever watched War Dogs? I have. Dogs of War, is it? Or War Dogs? Yeah, I have. I forget about it though. I'm being honest. I forget about it. I'll tell you what's put me off. Particular war things, you know. When I see a summary or a synopsis of a film and it goes former special ops, you know, goes looking for his missing daughter, who's held captive. Never watch them kind of films because you know the outcome and all the great bravery of the Americans. They're not worth a carrot. I'm sorry about if there's any Americans tuning in, honestly. I think they should know anyway. They should know. And any films about Vietnam and things like that, because it's just not true. What's anything like that? People will disagree with me, you know what I mean? I love the parts in alien films, invasion films, when they first start to appear and no one knows what's happening. Do you know what was it? That wasn't you, Paul, who was saying about dark skies and things like that and extinction, was it? Because night skies, dark skies. In fact, I've seen both. I don't know whether Jason Connery was in it was in one of them, and I had seen it, and I watched it again the other night. Stream it finally came through, and it was a very, very good film. It was a very, very good film. Very good. Gary says, is the pig and whistle pub still go? Yes. I always got mixed up with the pig and whistle and what's the other one? The pen and wig. I always got mixed up with it. And I was standing outside the pen and wig. Standing outside there. I used to have a berry in the pig and whistle with Ian St. John. Anyway, I was outside the pen and wig and I was talking to this girl. And she was nice. So I was just chatting to her, you know, as you do. I'm going back years ago. And I said, what's she going on one night? She went, yeah. I said, really? She said, yeah. I said, oh, okay. So I said, look, here's my phone number. If you give me a ring, we'll go out. She went, okay. Right. So anyway, I was waiting for someone. So she said, I'll see you. I said, like, yeah. Great. So anyway, mate comes up. And we went over to the Crocodile. or the little crocodile, one of them anyway. We went in there. And we come on, he says, yeah, shall we go in there? I said, yeah, all right. So we went up and we went into that Pen and Wig. Oh, I said, the Pig and Whistle. I always get mixed up. But anyway, we went in where I was talking to that girl. The girl was a stripper. Well, you know, one of them dance things on a pole. I don't know. I didn't want to go like that. I didn't want to do any of that. It just shows you don't know who the hell you're talking to. Brilliant. So funny. It's mad. Mad days. Mad days, but fun days and good days. TW. What was the name of the John Wayne set in London? I think he was a cop. Yeah, he played McHugh. McHugh it was called. And tell you who was in it as well with him was Dickie Darling Attenborough. He was a cop in Scotland Yard. Like little and large, you know, you see them side by side. It was a very good film, actually, with the Wayne boy. McHugh. He did a couple of films, McHugh. He did a couple. And one was based in London. You're right. You're right. Darryl says, Austin says, hello, Frank. Hiya, Austin. Be good for your dad. Okay? Because I know you're a good boy. Okay? You look after yourself, little Austin. And well done at school as well. You got good reports. Well done. TW, former Special Ops Classic. That's what I mean. It's so predictable. So predictable. I do an English literature class. And I've read some great books, honestly. I love books, by the way. And I'm reading one now. One of them suggested a book. And there it is. Cold Comfort Farm. Oh. Gotta read it. You know, we do it like on the day. Because I do Zoom, you see, every Wednesday morning. I think if I had a new one, you know, a new member, put it that way, they'd just go out, especially a fella. Cold Comfort Farm. But so predictable. Read 4 chapters, and I said, it's so predictable. This is going to end up. Anyway. Fancy a chinwag tonight, Frankie, at 9 p.m. Just give us a ring. Just give us a ring, Darryl. Have you seen Zeta? Have you seen Zeta Well from 1969? All unknown actors until Charles Autry pops up as a businessman. Very odd film. No, Charles Autry. I just love those Carry On films. I loved them. I really did. Paul Turner. Yes, I mentioned Dark Skies and Night Skies last week. I knew you would like Night Skies with Jason. The one I've been on about for a while here. I finally got it up, but you know what, Paul? I'd seen it years ago when it first came out. and I liked it then because I seen a film with Jason Connery in, and it was similar, like title, and it was about the Second World War, where he was a spy, British spy, and it was quite good. Get the title of it, and I thought you meant that. At first, I thought you meant that. But yeah, good film. Gary Rigby, you Casanova. You Casanova, joking. Funny, so funny. Bingo, that's the one, Frank McHugh. McHugh. So don't forget, have a look at YouTube. There's some cracking films. Really some good films. And as I said, when you get the likes of the War of the Whales up, when you get like War of the Whales, there's another film. Oh, I forget the bloody title. Watching it, I went, whoa, whoa, it was quite good. It was quite good. What I'm going to watch tonight, I'm going to watch Longlegs or something like that with Nick Cage. I'm going to watch that tonight. Out a serial killer. I was going to watch it last night, but I got tied up with something. Never got a chance to watch it. It's a good film, says Paul Turner. It wasn't a low budget film, but I knew you would enjoy it. It's very intense. Yeah, yeah. And the T says, Frank, I've heard Sluter's bringing in another coach to help him following it. Maybe K-Mac. That was not that. Wasn't that mad the other night? He wants a clock gone 2 years ago. And when I went on about our stand not being finished, oh, he just went berserk, didn't he? You won't be seeing him again. I watched Slapshot with Paul Newman, the Ice Hockey Brothers. Yes, Slapshot. Yeah, that was, yeah. Paul Newman, great actor, Paul Newman. Great actor. But he wasn't a very sociable person, actually, to anyone. Very standoffish. A fella, some fella, just like he does, and he mentions him, and he's seen him, and he said, "Hello, Paul, how are you?" He shook his hand, or he tried, he put his hands out to shake his hand, and he just looked at him, and went like that. You're a typical person who comes up to someone like me, even in a toilet, even in a bathroom, they call it, even in a bathroom, while you're having a pee and say hello. He says, and his face was distorted. He said, I just stood there looking at him, and he just walked away. Paul Newman. So you get, very different views. Clint Eastwood, me, unbelievable. Scotland, coffee, tea. Unbelievable, that man. Met a few people, met great singers, international singers at different functions that I was at. I brought Rita Tushingham, great, lovely lady, around the Catholic Cathedral a few years ago, and she was just standing. She was just standing talking to this fella, one of the guides knew who I was, and he said, "That gentleman there," he said, "let him bring you around." So I said to the group of people, I said, "Do you mind?" They said, "No, no." I said, "I won't be long." So they went and had a cup of tea down in the cafe. So I brought her around there, and she was amazed at what I was telling her. So, these are decent people, and the likes of, as I said, Paul Newman said, "That's it. He followed me into a bathroom and asked me. Maybe he has a bad day, maybe he was a nice fellow, I don't know. It's only what you read and what you get told, isn't it, really?" Gary says, "I can't recommend share, what's that? It's that Share TV enough. I just Google it. It's free and get everything on there, every film you've ever heard of." Say that, is that the right thing there, what you say? Is it FSHARETV? Like F Share TV? If that's the right thing, I'll have a go at that. Gary, thank you. And Paul says, he's okay in very small doses. K-Mac, I prefer listening to you, JK, George and Posey, as well as the chat. Yeah, this Frank Morsley. Mate. Mate, Frank. Good blimey. We used to do a show with Dean Sullivan. And he came up and said something on the band. It was talking Frank or speaking Frank. There was three Franks with Dino, the late Dino. And he said so. And he went, "Dean, should have seen the face on Dean." He went, "I can imagine us doing the same as well." And it was about the flock of seagulls. Oh, that was so funny. A great fella though is Frank. Great guitarist, flock of seagulls. Big superstar. Oh, and he says, "Talking of films, Frank, you're beginning to look a bit like Martin Scorsese." Scorsese, compliment that. Martin Scorsese. It's the Italian in me. Must be the Italian in me, Frank. Gary says, "Love Rita Tushingham with Straight On Till Morning, a hammer horror." I said to her, I didn't like A Taste of Honey. And she said, "It's quite all right, darling." I said, "I didn't like it." I said, "But I like the track with Oliver Reed." She went, "Dear Ollie, dear Ollie." She said, "He was a right one, dear Ollie." That's what I can imagine. Gary says, "Yeah, Frank, F Share TV, but all one word." I'll have a look at that. Thank you, Gary. Do you know what? I'll write that down. I'll write that down. And you just Google it, Gary, yeah, is that it? To me, mate. To me, mate. To me. Frank says, "Let's be frank." That was the thing. Let's be frank. When we were on the TV show together, let's be frank. With Dean Sullivan, Dean O'Sullivan. Shame he went as well. Should have seen his face when Frank Maudsley came out with that. Then we were banned. We were banned. I never said anything. It was him. Palace on a Frank, how's it going, mate? How you, pal? I hope you're well, mate. I'm getting there, you know. Plodding along, as they say. You're a plodder, Frank. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not an effort. Most probably some people call me an effort. Oh, F him. F Carlyle. Charlie was, I haven't seen you there for the young. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Charlie. And Paul Turner says, I recommend a paranormal film, and it's based on a true story in Sheffield in 1974 called When the Lights Go Out. With me being a dear bachelor and going in my bedroom, closing the door and putting the lights on, I won't watch anything like that. Honestly. You know, they're good films, and there are some awful ones. I tell you, the film to try and get up, and it's a cracking film. It really is. And it's called Under Suspicion with Gene Hackman and what's his bloody name? Well, anyway, Gene Hackman's in it. Cracking film. It really is. It really is. Under Suspicion. What an ending. What a start, beginning and end. Fantastic. I think when you look at Hackman, you know, if he's in a film, like he's well retired now, you know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be good. I was going to watch the other night with Clint Eastwood and Gene Hackman. Something Power. Oh, I forget the title. Something Power. Power of Man or something like that. And I've seen it before. And it's a very powerful film. Clint Eastwood's an aging thief. He breaks into this place, but he sees something. Very good. It's a cracking film. I like Clint, like his films. So, you know, I think if you look at stars using them, I'll tell you another film to watch. Like, it's a true story. If you haven't seen it, and it's Upon Frozen Ground, and John Cusack and Nick Cage is in it. Get it up. I'll rephrase that. Try and watch it. Try and watch it, right? on frozen ground or upon frozen ground, you won't be disappointed. Cracking film. And Panov says, good films are hard to come by these days, in my opinion. They are few and far between. It's a reflection of how crap our society has become. Totally agree with you, Panov. And I'll tell you who else said it a couple of years ago. Clint Eastwood. He said, if I was a young actor today, I'd be very disappointed in the scripts that we have to read, or they have to read. He said they're awful. And he blamed woke. And I blame woke as well. I blame woke. So you see, it's that sort of genre now where you're going to get very weak scripts. Very weak scripts. And I'm being honest, absolute power is spot on there, says Charlie the Wood. Yep. Absolute, thank you, Charlie. Absolute power. I was going to watch it the other night, but something came up again. Oh, lost me train of thought there. I won't be watching, I'll tell you what else I won't be watching. I love Gladiator, right? I love Gladiator. With Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe's a great actor, But anyway, that's by the by. And I wouldn't watch it for yonks. I'll tell you for one. I used to teach Roman Britain and the Roman Empire. And I know the Caesars, all the emperors, not the Caesars, all the emperors. And when they had Commodus, and there was this fella named Maximus, I thought, there was a Maximus actually, he was an emperor. And I thought, never a gladiator, this fella. So I read something, a summary, and I went, fiction. I thought, forget that. So I seen a colleague of mine about 5 years later, and he said, Frank, he said, great to see you. He said, did you ever watch, because we used to teach the same, lecture the same. He said, did you ever watch Gladiator? And I went, nah. I said, fiction. He went, Frank, please, watch it. Watch it. And I went, no, I won't watch it. Because as I said, I like historical. If they're going to do a historical thing, I want it to be historical, an historical fact. And then he said, just what? So anyway, a few weeks later, I was taking them. And I went, anyway, I watched it, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant because everything around Maximus, everything, battles, you name it, was so spot on. At the time of Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius is one of my favourite emperors. Him and Vespasian. Some great emperors. Vespasian. He had the Colosseum built for his 10th birthday. It took 4 years. An incredible engineering feat. He used to flood the arena and have battleships. Sea battles. Think about that. If it rained, big thing came up to keep the people there. 5,000 years ago. We can't even fucking finish our standoff. It's not going to be finished for the opening game against Brentford on the 25th of August. Phew. Phew. Charlie Panov. Don't get me started on the opening game, Frank. It's nauseating. Panov, it's nauseating, mate. And it's all about control. It's all about control. And if it's all about control, you've got no chance. Because you are controlled. We're controlled. You can't say it. Free speech is gone. Because they're controlling what you say. If you say something, oh, you're this, you're that, and you could end up in jail. Anything. And this is why, I'll tell you why I won't watch Gladiator 2. It's like, as I said, I'll tell you what I didn't watch as well. I'll tell you why I won't watch Gladiator. You might think, oh, you're against these people. I'm not. I wouldn't watch. Do you ever remember, I seen a trailer of Kevin Costner. Remember when he was Robin Hood? And you had Morgan Freeman in it. And they put him in as a Moor. Never in the stories. Never in the stories. So, and anyway, he had a terrible mid-Atlantic accent. Cosmic. Playing Robin Hood. Morgan Freeman. A Moor. Think about it. Colin Takes. Morning, Frank. Good film, mate, called Don't Go Down the Pit. Don't go down the pit, Dad. There's plenty of slack in your pants. There you go, Colin. Quality is everything seems to have gone now. Films, music, buildings, says Gary Rigby. It's whether it's music, it's whether it's everything. It's everything. I'm one of these fellas who, as I said, there's a film and I watch it, just watch it. But if it's historical, it's got to be spot on. And Gladiator 2, and I've seen Denzel in it. Denzel's a great actor. But when I see it, what is it? There was no way you see him, and he's walking around the streets in Rome. Let me tell you now, there'd be no way he'd be able to walk around the streets in Rome. Believe it. Please believe it. And apparently, I was reading something that there is controversial over it, controversy over it. And he was pointed out as Denzel 3 times. So that, all the wokeness and everything else, just trying to, I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know. So for historical reasons. Watch it. Charlie says, like in Steptoe, Columbus had an American accent. Do you know that Liverpool, Charlie, has the only statue of Columbus in the entire country? Did you know that? Do you know that? The only city to have a statue of Columbus is up by the farmhouse, and there's a head. There's a head of him, a bust up, which is on where the Racket Club is. You know the Racket Club? On there, there's a bust. Said Columbus. The Genoese man. And we brought in another Genoese because this country was jealous that Columbus got there. And so we brought in a Genoese man named Giovanni Cabato. And he said, can you find us something? Because they were great seafarers. And he went, yeah, all right. And he said, but listen, Giovanni, you know, if you find something, went, yeah, you'd have to change your name. And he went, what for? He said, well, you know. So anyway, the anglicised his name to John Cabot. From Giovanni Cabato to John Cabot. Like Thomas Stairs, Dutchman. Great Dutchman. He built the first wet dock in the entire world. That opens up in 1750. It took 6 years from 1709. And the anglicised his name. This looks stupid behind me. Hello there. But, you know. Anyway, they changed his name to Thomas Stairs. I mean, most probably you've heard of him. But after these inventors and everything else, great explorers, anglicised the name, even actors, singers. Give Frank Sinatra's mother a due. When that Jimmy Dorsey or whatever his name said, hey, listen here, Frankie, you'll have to change your name. And they get all right. So that's my mother. His mother came out, you what? Change his name to what? Get out of it. His name is Frank Sinatra. His name is Francis Albert Sinatra. That's what he'll stay. True story. Gary Rigby, yeah, Paul Barber, brilliant, absolutely, lovely fella as well, you know. I was with him on the, you know, where Ringo Starr appeared at New Year's Eve. What a prat he is. Anyway, enough said about him, but I was with him. He was great fella. Really nice, down to earth man. All our actors are, you know. One of my mates, Drew Schofield, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Lovely. Nicest fellas you can meet. As I mentioned, Dean Sullivan, Paul J.K. Abel. Just nice people. Panov says, that just shows how writers, filmmakers, directors, producers, etc. are these days, they have to just keep remashing old classic movies that should be left alone. Do you know what? And that's another point. Because they bring in different uh, actors, different ethnic minority actors. Whereas you go, well, that was, you see what I mean? I remember I was talking to Stephen, yeah, and do you ever remember the Chinese detective? No, that was brilliant. That his brother did. And they pulled it off because of the ethnicity of David Yip. And that's wrong. That's wrong. You shouldn't change. You shouldn't change characters. You really shouldn't. And you shouldn't. You've got to be historically fact. Historically fact. And you can't change history to suit a period in time. Do you get me? You know, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Have you got to change your script to suit this period? Have you got to do? Let's make this person into that person. It's just my opinion. And sometimes I wish that I didn't know any history because I wouldn't give a about it. But it's inbred in me. But that's just me. It's like James Bond. Remember when they were toying with the idea of having a Jane Bond? I've never watched James Bonds with Daniel Craig because I don't like him. I think he's an awful actor. That's it. That's how he acts. Potent lips. He's awful. Got a stupid face as well. But I interviewed his granddad. And his granddad was unbelievable. He'd been in the army, the navy, air force, and he went into intelligence. And you look at it and go, well, James Bond was based on a real life character. Totally. Because he became mates with Ian Fleming. I said, James Bond? I said, you know, great fit. He said, no, it was based on this particular gentleman who went into Berlin, went into Paris, behind enemy lines, speak fluent, 11 languages fluent, without accent. So you don't change it to Jane Bond, do you? Too much box ticking these days, says Charlie Wood. Yes, absolutely. And the panel says, yes, Frank, but if writers were any good these days, they would write new movies, etc., for black, Asian, white people, etc. How hard it can be. But that's a great, it's a great comment. But the thing is now, you've got to integrate as one. That's what it's all about. And Bob Paddock, what is it? Gypsy Channel. I don't know what you mean there, Bob. I have a clue what you mean. If you could, elaborate on what you've said. Gypsy Channel. I don't know. Who do you think was the best Doctor Who? Mine was John Pertwee. Mine too. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. It was a Liverpool actor. God, blimey. Come on. Well known. Tom Baker. Tom Baker. Tom Baker. But Pertwee was good. Do you ever remember that Sylvester McCoy? I seen him in Tiswas. Used to be in Tiswas. And he used to play a little drunk in town. Walking all over with a bottle of scotch. And he became Doctor Who. And Panel says, at Paul Turner, yes, Pertwee or Tom Baker, mate. Yeah, Mac Tom Baker, the Scouser, says here. TW, Tom Baker for me. And Panos says you can integrate without having to change history. Of course. You're right there, Panos. There's no problem integrating characters as long as the characters fit. As long as the character fits. Yes. Yes. But it's no use trying to put a character has always been played. It's no use trying to change. Who's your favourite James Bond? Put it that way. And I'll surprise you with mine. And Paul Turner says, yes, he was good at Pan of... Yeah, he was good as well, Pan of Scouts. He would be my second favourite. Paul Turner says, I had a red and white scarf like Tom Baker's, what my auntie made me. The knitter. My auntie, the knitter. Must have been. What's that fella named there? Is this any idea? See? Paul, I'm actually on live on the podcast. And you, Paul, bye-bye now, bye. I didn't know you would do. Anyway, Paul Turner carries over. Sean Connery or Roger Moore. TW, Roger Moore. Roger Moore was my favourite. He was so suave. And as I said, when I was talking to the granddad of Daniel Craig, he said he was so suave, the man. Immaculate. Wow. And Roger Moore was out at the time. Think about that. Jumped out of my skin then. So did I. The phone call. So he's getting it. And Paul said, is that who phoned me up? Apologies, bud. worries, Paul. Just frightened me and the listeners there. The panel says, I do like Sean Connery, but sorry to disappoint. I did also like Daniel Craig. The others were a bit smarmy, like Moore and Brosnan. It's everyone's opinion. Like the other night when I was doing the footy show, I said to this lad, it's opinions. That's what this is all about. I read out the comments. And if they want to mention something, because this lad didn't want to talk about the owners. Certainly, he certainly didn't want to talk about Klopp. He certainly didn't want to talk about the ground not being finished. Well, what do you want to talk about then? We can't say anything because nothing's happening. We can't talk about players coming because we haven't signed anybody. Just the stupid rumours that people are going on, listen, so we were going to buy, and nothing happens. I don't like anyone trying to, change a narrative or try to control a narrative. I don't like that at all. That's what my guest on the panel was doing. Roger Moore, the only Bond, in my opinion, says Gary Rigby. Lee the Whiz Kid. Morning, lads and lasses. Hope you're all well. Yes, Lee. Thank you. And Charlie says Roger Moore was the closest to the character in the book. There you go. There you go, says Charlie. Paul Keenan, Roger Moore will always be the saint for me, says Paul. Yeah. Yeah. He was very lucky, to get away from that typecast. Pano says, yes, Frank, we would be if we all thought and felt the same things. How effing boring life would be, mate. Yeah. Yes. What about George Lazenby, says Ian? Boys. No. And what about George Lazenby, boys, in Majesty Secrets? Diana Rigg hated him. Hated him. And Lazenby said she hated me that much because every time we were doing a close-up scene, she'd eat a load of garlic. I hate garlic. My daughter said, Francie, she said, you're the only Italian who doesn't like garlic in the bolognese. Gary Rigby, the hot rock, yeah, brilliant. I think it's George Pigeon in that, George Seagull. Hey, George Chicken. Remember that, George Seagull and Walter Pigeon. Christopher Wren. Yeah, it is, Gary. It's a cracking film. Have you seen the one also where Redford? Redford's a great actor, and it's another heist thing, and Sidney Poitier's in it, Redford's in it, Ben Kingsley, he's in it. Some great stars in it. I forget the title. forget the title. Sneakers. Sneakers. If you ever get hold of that, that's brilliant. Sneakers. Paul Keegan. I think Robert De Niro will play a good Columbo. I don't think he'd ever do television, to be honest. Bob De Niro. Yes, Gary, the Hot Rock Superb, says TW. And on Her Majesty's Secret Service, my favourite Bond film, and Lazenby was great. Never got another chance though, did he? And the panel says, Diana Rigg was my first crush, Frank. She was as fit as a fiddle. Yes. And me. She was, and she was a great actor. She was a great actor. Can't say actress anymore, can you? Got to say actor. And when you look at the likes of Diana Rigg, she brought the sexiness out, really, didn't she? You know, with a tight leather thing on, that she wore, a leather jumpsuit. Yeah, not on the under the collar here. Diana Rigg as Emma Peel was smoking hot, says Leader Wizkid. Smoking hot. Do you know, getting there to the panel, but he said, "This is a fiddle." I was at a good change, and I don't know whether I've said this. I was at a good change, you know, Ken Dodd, he was the chair. And everyone had to get up and do the chair, you know, because he had loads of people there. And it was all for charity. And anyway, you seen McMillan in the audience. And get up. And anyway, you know, because on the stage there was a jazz band who just got a check. I forget the name of it. I don't like jazz, and you know they were like well known around the country. So anyway, they came up and they were on stage, you know, and you know the big basses, them, right? And anyway, they finished, and then you know they got off the stage and left all the instruments there. And the next was like Ken just went out, Mick, get up and give it a turn. Yeah, okay. And Mick was walking up, right, and he had to get on the stage, and it was by where the instruments were, and the bass was there, you know, the bass leaning against the wall. And as he was walking up, he stopped and he looked at the bass and went, well, wouldn't like to meet that fiddler in the dark, would you? So funny, do you just would like to meet that fiddler in the dark? Bass. Paul Serra says, I enjoyed Falling Down with Michael Douglas. That epitomises what's going on today, do you know that? The apathy that's going through people. What's going on? And you can't say no. It's before it's time, though. Good show, Paul. Lee Whiskers, yes, mate. You took the words out of my mouth, says the panel scout. and Paul Keane. Spielberg could do a remake of The Hounds of the Baskervilles with Liam Neeson as Holmes and Frank Carlyle as Watson. And Liam? Blimey. I love Sherlock Holmes, by the way. The books are unbelievable. I love Miss Marple as well. Agatha Christie. Great films, great books, great mysteries, great everything. As I said, I like books. And we've done loads, in the class, like, done loads of them. And some good ones. Some good ones as well. Tell you who's a great writer. A girl by the name of Angela Hislop. Kind of her books. She's absolutely brilliant. Angela Hislop. Paul Turner. The scene from Falling Down when Douglas ordered a burger and went mad because it wasn't like the one advertised on the menu. See, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. How can I put this? Do you know what it's like? It's like, buying yourself some painting and you see a colour and you like it. And, I like that. And then you're looking in the shop, at the top of the lid for that certain colour. You might have seen it in a film, or you might have seen it on the set, I don't know. And then you bring it home, and it's not the same. It's not the same colour. I've got a tin of paint there. Not the same colour. So I won't use it. So, it's like anything else. As you said there, Paul, he didn't like, it's not like the thing on the menu. How many times have you ever seen something like that? And I'm not just talking about food, I'm talking about everything. Even a drink. I bought 2 drinks. I don't mean alcoholic drinks. Strawberry drinks. And they said, they're lovely then. Didn't like it. And my mate was down the other day, and I said, do you want that? Because I said that I got two bottles. And he said, yeah, sure. It's your taste, isn't it? People like different types of food to other people. I can't stand garlic, can't stand the smell of garlic. So, we are different. And I don't know whether it's the panel or someone else who said that life would be boring if we were just going along the same path. Yep. I like Liam Neeson as an actor, but lately all the films he stars in have been pretty much the same story. Yeah, I like him as an actor. I'll tell you what was a good film, when a man was falling down, not falling down, was Unknown. Cracking film. Set in Germany, where he has an accident. Gets back to the hotel, him and his wife do head to a hotel. And when he gets back to the hotel after the accident, his wife doesn't know. Yeah. good film. I like clever films. I like two of the cleverest films I've seen is Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis and The Others with Nicole Kidman. That's why, yeah, I remember that Michael, years and years ago. He got banned the house because every time he came in, he went, he did it. I don't know if he was watching a film. Spoils it. So that's why, if you see a film like that, it's very clever. You shouldn't tell anyone near the end. Because I just thought it was very clever. And The Sixth Sense. Fantastic. And I like films like that. I like clever films. I'll tell you what, can you get it on YouTube? Get them short. Yeah, you can. Have a look at a film on YouTube called The 12th Man. True story. The actor in it is phenomenal. The 12th Man of the Second World War. About Norwegians. Watch it. I tell you, I watched a film the other day. I've been trying to think of it all along, and it's just come to me. And it's called The Elevator. It's called The Elevator. Charlie Sheen's in it. If you don't like Charlie Sheen, but watch it. It's a crack. And it's on the day of 9/11. Watch it. It's very, very good. The panel says, I'm surprised people are falling down everywhere, every day these days, as it's worse than ever. You're right there, panel. Listen, boys and girls, I'm actually doing a broadcast on Wednesday night at 10 o'clock. And it's totally different from what I've done. Totally. Not football, not this, not history. Well, history will be a part of it, to be honest. And I'd love you to, participate and comment. It'll be good. I've got a couple of guests, I think. If not, I'll be on my own. But I'll be talking about certain things. I'd love you to join me. Really. Charlie Wood says, just before you said that, I was thinking of The Others. Great film, Charlie. And Colin Dykes, have you seen I Am Legend, alternate ending, Frankie? I don't know, I've seen I Am Legend. I've seen different titles as well. But the one with Will Smith, I thought that was very good. It's taken from a book called The Last Man on Earth, which was excellent. And when they made a film, They've just colourised it, you know. From black and white, they've colourised it. But I don't like anything like that that's being colourised because it doesn't work for me. Because when you see them move, you know, you see like the colour. And when they move, you see like bits of black and, you know, bits of grey. Vincent Price, The Last Man on Earth. And that's where it goes down to. So I don't know, Colin. I don't know. It stuck me that. The Will Smith one was good. It's like anything. I've just finished a book called In the Class. Great, brilliant. I've got to read it, you know. And it's called The Day of the Triffids. John Buchan. No, it wasn't. It was John Wyndham. John Buchan. 39 step. Absolutely brilliant. But there's things that you're not questioning really when you're reading it, but it gives you that. It gives you that. That's why it's good when you question as you're reading. And it turns into the book. She says, Frank, my favourite Carry On is Carry On Girl. Carry On Girl. Oh, oh, sorry. Yeah, I've got, you know, your favourite Carry On, my favourite Carry On Girl. Oh, so many of them. I'm not going on to the, you know, like, she was in it all the time. And I think you've got to look at that's a terrible one. I love the one in it. I love the one who played Cleo. Carry On Cleo. She's lovely. But like she was glamorous, but one of the stalwart must be Joan Sims rather than Attie Jakes. Because Attie Jakes played the same type of matriarchal person. The only time I've seen it to differentiate from like the matriarchal thing was in Carry On Abroad, where she played Peter Butterworth's wife in this hotel that's just opened and everything was going wrong. You know, she played everything in it. You know, like cooking, dishwashing, behind the bar, yeah. And had that stupid accent. Spanish accent. I say this Spanish have a stupid accent. But yeah, you know, that's a very hard one, that, to be honest, too. Very hard. Even Anita Harris was in it, wasn't she, a couple of times? Arthur Haynes in it. Remember Arthur Haynes? When Fenella Fielding said, "Would you like to hold my crotch?" And he went, put his hands up like that. And she handed him a crutch. Funny as F. Would you like to hold my crotch? Another great film at Michael Douglas, The Game. Yes, Paul Turner. Lee Carlson says, great scene. Who wouldn't flip when denied the correct burger? When he got his burger, it was flat as a pancake. No wonder he flipped his lid. Would you? I love Charlton Heston and the Omega Man. I love the Omega with Charlton. I don't like Charlton Heston. Funny bugger, aren't I? I don't like anyone. I just don't watch them. Like Jason Statham. It's on Sky Movies, or you can stream it. I won't spoil it for you. What's that, Colin? I have to go back, mate. Oh, the Legends alternate. I Am Legend. Is it just called I Am Legend, Colin? With Will Smith. So there's another ending. You see, there are films where you want to see them live. There are films where you want to see good, comeuppance. To change a film from the end and a different ending mightn't work. Albeit that you're disappointed with the original ending. Do you see what I mean? It mightn't work. Say like, I wish he or she wouldn't have died. And then if there was an alternative one, well, this is the director's cut, and he goes back and he lives. You go, he would have dead. He would have been dead with about 38 bullets, but he lives. Typical American. Oh. I Am Legend, what a film, what a great story, and acting with Will Smith. One of my favourite films, that says Ian Mac. It's a very good film. Do yourself a favour, and if you do any reading, Ian, read Day of the Triffids. Read that because it does you thinking. It does you thinking of other things. Carry On Cleo was funny, says Charlie. Yes. Yes. Amanda Barry, says Lee Carlson. Yes. Amanda Barry. And Alma in Coronation Street. You like the alternate ending, then, Ian, if you haven't already seen it. I like that. Amanda Barry. Yeah. Amanda Barry, Carry On Cleo for me. Yeah. And Ali Danush all the way from Romania. Hello and happy weekend. Same to you, Ali. Same to you, my friend. Carry On films are slightly dated now, but no, they're not. Still fun. Still funny. See, that's where you're coming out with wokeness. Oh, you can't say that. I watched Rigsby the other night. Get that on YouTube. Just see it. From the head up. Genius. Genius was Rigsby. The faces he pulled, the one-liners. Valerie Leon. Did you ever see her as one of the mummies? Case of the mummy's tomb or something like that. And she's in the sarcophagus, just lying there. She could have laid there all day for me. Have the camera on there for 12 minutes exactly. Madeline Smith was lovely as well. Bernard Breslau and Sid James were hilarious double act. Go along with that. Bernard Breslau, it's funny. There was one, what was it, Carry On Behind? Bernard Breslau was married to, I've seen her loads of times. But she's got one of them faces, you know her, but you don't know her name. And they go to a caravan, or you say Carry On Behind. Like. So they go to a caravan. And they bring the mother-in-law along, like his mother-in-law. Bernard Breslau was older than the mother-in-law, if you know what I mean. Valerie Leon was a stunner in the Carry On. Colin Sykes. Carry On England with Windsor Davies as the real-life Sergeant Major is very funny and underrated. Yeah. It's like it ain't half what, but watch Windsor Davies in Carry On Behind him and Bernard Breslau. No, it wasn't. It was him and Jack Douglas. Was it Jack Douglas? Yeah, Jack Douglas. And that Jack Douglas, he wasn't doing all them stupid things. I'd love to have hit him over the head with me then 24-inch telly, big heavy thing. Oh, he got me bloody nerves. Doing all the switching, but he wasn't doing it in this. But it was dead fun. He's locked in a freezer. He's Windsor Davies is a butcher, right? And that Liz, whatever her name is, the one, you know what I mean. She's his wife, and she goes like that. Where's Fred? And he went in the freezer for sure, because he's got that voice. And she's like, the door's shut. And he so he runs over to the freezer. He opens it, and you see Jack Douglas standing there like iced. And you see the customers, looking like old women in there, old women customers in the butcher's office. They look like that. And he pulls one arm down like that. And he grabs hold of the other arm to pull him out. And as he pulls, he just says it out. He says, it fell off. And they all go, it fell off. And what he had was the sleeve of his jacket shirt, so funny. But it was the expressions on the women's faces. It fell off. They're the things just nuts. The good old days of non-political correctness, Carry On movies, Confessions, Benny Hill. Says the panel. Benny Hill. Lee says, Colin Dykes, I love Windsor Davis I loved Windsor Davis years ago. Never the Twain, Donald Sinden, and him was funny. I tell you, a good series. I loved it. And I even got it as a Christmas present once. That someone loved me. And it was Ever Decreasing Circles. Fantastic. So funny. And you know these fellas. You've seen these fellas throughout your life. Ever Decreasing. Brilliant. Loved it. Colin Dykes. Yes, but the alternate as well. Alternate ND as well. Clifford's looked like evil celery that could somehow walk. I have childhood memories from the 80s, Frank, of watching Day of the Cliffords on BBC. Must have been their adaptation, yeah, for TV. That the mad death about the rabies outbreak, yeah. That and the mad death about rabies outbreak, says Ian Mac. Yeah, see, I watched the original, the 1962 version, with Howard Keel. I'm talking about years ago. And John Wyndham said he hated it. It was too far away from the book. And I've never ever forgot that. And then when I said to my little class, I said, "What do you fancy doing, Day of the Cliffords?" And these are good people, you know, these are ex-professionals. And they went, "Yeah, okay." And they loved it. Because what we do, we read like, you know, we read, say like I'm here and someone else is here and you're there. And when you read until, you know, you say like you're opening a chapter and you read it, then you just say, can anyone else take over? So they all get a chance to read. And then we discuss it, what we've read. It's really good. That's the lit class for you. Leonard Rossiter, an incredible actor, says T. And Ian Max says, I will give the book a try. Got it here, you can have it. There it is. You can have that if you want it. You know where I live. Don't forget, you know, I live on the Amalfi Coast in Italy. I hope you're aware of that. But if you want to come down over, fly over, no problem, you can have it. I'll even give you a cup of tea. Ian. Jack Douglas with the nervous twitch as me instead. We're miles apart and he got on my nerves. No, not for me, Colin, mate. That's who I was trying to think of before, Margaret Nolan. Stunning. Carry on film. I always remember one of the girls, like the likes of Varalee, the likes of Margaret, the likes of Maddie Smith. And Leslie Phillips was a doctor, and he gets called out to this house. And the girl, just before she went to work, the mother said, "Oh, you can't go to work. Dog with you." So anyway, she called the doctor, Leslie Phillips. It's a stethoscope. And he went like that. Big breaths. And she went, "Yet the odd thing, the break for me, eh?" And the look on Leslie Phillips. The way Leslie Phillips looked. Yet the odd break for me, eh? Get the lift thing. Big breath. Oh. Breslau and Kenny on up the Khyber was dead funny. Yes. That was a very good film. You couldn't get away with that today. When they seen that, the fucker on the beds of nails, he's just Bernard Breslau went up to him and said, "Fuck hair off." To get off the bed, can't get away. Fuck hair off. Oh. That same Frank says here, Mac, in Rise and Zamp, where he's asking Rigsby about the location of the Rigsby says they are by the equator, the erogenous zone. It's I could say you got another sound for me. Yeah, the thing is, it's the way he said it and the way he looked saying it. As though like he knew everything. It's by the equator. Did you see? There was one I never watched it, and it was the voodoo one. Where he's trying to get it, make what's her name, Miss Jones, fall in love with him, and they give him a stick. He's walking around going, smoking it with classic. Classic. The erogenous zone. Not a fan of Jack Douglas with his twitching in every Carry On film he did. Yes, says Paul Turner. Panov says, "Do you know what, Frank? It's great to be amongst people, including yourself and all those in the chat, who must be of similar age and mindset to me, chatting bubbles about old films. Love it, mate. Thank you. Thank you." She says, "Just think we will never see the likes of the Carry On actors again." You just look at the likes of Charles Hood. Just him. Kenneth Williams. Just him. St. James. Bernard Breslau. The stalwarts. The women in Atty Jakes. Incredible. Liz Fraser, Frank, another stunner. I was trying to think of it before. Yeah. alternative. And T agrees. No sex, please. We're British. Remember when the wind blows the nuclear Armageddon? Well, that comes down from Carry On, says me. Nuclear Armageddon. Thanks, Lee. Remember the doctor in the house? What's the bleeding sign? Yeah. What, 50? That's what I mean about, the likes of Robertson Justice. They were great. Great. Look at Ice Cold and Alex. And it was real beat. And Sylvia Sims said there was like loads of takes because they weren't thirsty. And John Mills loved his beer. She said, I don't know how we got through the actual stream because John was. Blimey, later in the stuff. So I'm right. Who remembers a weird cartoon called Ludwig van Beethoven? No, I never didn't watch cartoons. The only cartoon I ever watched was, no, forget. It shows stuff. Come on, fill your boots, Miss Jones. Ringsby chatting up Miss Jones on the sofa and he's drugged up with tablets that turn you water green. And he's got the Matt Monroe record on the wrong record speed. Yeah, that was the lads who gave him the pills, wasn't it? That was the lads. Oh, fantastic. Don't know what you saw in this show. Don't know what he saw in this show. It was just one of those. It was a situation comedy, was it? Where you threw the most unlikely two of them together. Did you ever see the one where he's trying to chat up someone and all his furniture's getting carried out? He missed their payment. So funny. So funny. He says to the bailiff, listen, lads, I've got this girl. And he went, don't be worrying, you won't even know we're there. So funny to see little sly looks, carrying lampshades out, carrying a chair out. Terry Scott, Peter Butterworth and Kenneth Connor were also Carry On legends. Yeah, Peter Butterworth was funny. He was funny, Peter Butterworth. He was the boss, wasn't he, of the field, Carry On Camp. And Sid James and Bernard Breslau with the two girls, they think that they're going to a nudist camp. They think they're going to a nudist camp. And they pull up by the gate, just an ordinary gate, farm gate. And you see a fella just standing there, like that, leaning on the gate, little fella. And he went, oh, is this Paradise Day? He said, yeah. He said, come in. He said, no, you'll have to wait for the bus. He said, well, where's he gone? He said, he's gone for a pee. Because as it does, before, like, he goes up to the pee, he goes, Sid James nudges Bernard Breslau and goes for the set, look at the sign. You must show your ass. You must show your ass. And Bernard Breslau looks at him, the laugh out of Sid James. And then he goes over. And he says, is this Paradise? He says, yeah. So, can we come in? No, wait for the bus. Where is he? He's just gone for a pee. And the boss comes back with a letter P. You must show your pass. Classic. Classic. Let's be honest, Frances de la Tour was a superb actress. Yes, she was. She was. Charlie Wood says they were comic actors, not comedians acting. Yes, they were very professional. Very professional. Shakespearean taught, with the exception of Windsor Davis, that is, the likes of them. But yeah, I think that's a very, very, very good point. Not comedians, they were comic actors. Excellent point, says Charlie. Excellent point. Gary Rigby didn't watch them. He's talking to me about cartoons. Sorry. Stop the pigeon and all that. Just see John Mills and Dulcimer, Frank. Classic. Yeah. I like the, I love the old black and white propaganda films. Love them. I remember an episode about a ghost, the Grey Lady. I only watched that the other night. Gary, only watched it the other night. Rigsby. When Rigsby thought he'd oh yeah, Vienna. And it was Miss Jones' scarf, yeah. Oh, Vienna. And he always kicked the cats at me on the stairs. You never noticed that. He only, yeah. When Rigsby takes Miss Jones for a meal and asks the waiter for the tatties. Do you ever see him when when they think the wrestler, he's gone out for the night, whatever, and he's trying to find something to wear, and he comes in with this suit on, and the two lads go like, "You can't go out with that. You look terrible." Oh, this collar up here, mine's too bad. It was brilliant the way they dressed him, and he said, "Yeah, you can't go out like that. You're going to the best restaurants in town." So anyway, they go down to the wrestler's place. I think he's out all night. And they're looking at the wardrobe. And anyway, Philip goes, Phil, the other lad, he goes, "Yeah, look at that Rigsby, you'd be great in that." And this is a maroon thing. And it's got like these things across, going right across down the thing, swirly things like that and going across. You can imagine. And he went like, "Try that on the experience." Oh, right. He said, "They think I'm a member of the band." Go out in this. Anyway, you go. Does anybody ever see that? When you go to the restaurant, it's so funny. It's one of the best, actually. One of the best ever. I think I'm a member of the band. It is where it is in the end. This poor cat Vienna always getting kicked. That's what I mean. He's always kicking it on the stairs. You know. The T-shirts. I can remember a film back in the 80s with Rossiter, Billy Connolly, and Michael Caine. Can't remember what it was called. Oh. He made a few films, actually. Made a few. I mentioned this before. There was a Liverpool actor, and he was a cracking actor. And even Donald Pleasant said he was a fine actor. Sean Connery said he was a fine actor because he's acted with them. And someone else. And that was Norman Rossington. Norman. Charlie Woods. Witness for the Prosecution was a good black and white film. Brilliant. Charles Lawton. Brilliant. Tyrone Power. Marlene Dietrich. Can I have some sauce? HP? No, I'll pay for it now. I got called Rigsby all the time in the 70s, says Gary Lee. You're bound to get called Rigsby, aren't you? He was great in Billy Lion. Listen, boys and girls, I'm going to finish now. Been here since 10:30. I've got it. I'm going up into the sky because you don't know I'm one of these. You don't know that I'm one of these super things. I'm going to spread it or blow away the clouds so I'll have some sun, some heat. Ian Mack, if you're still there, if you want to come down for this, mate, you can have it. It's Ada Triffids. Okay? No problem. No problem. Remember the Galton and Simpson playhouse? The actor Len Rossiter was so funny. Yeah, I remember the Galton and Simpson playhouse, yeah, because it was like mostly comedy, wasn't it? The panel. Nice one, Frank and chat. Thanks. Thank you, pal. Don't forget, I've got me the football show on Tuesday, and I've got that special one on. No, it's not football though, nor films. It's on Wednesday, and I've got that walk as well coming up on the 2nd of. Okay, so I'm going to leave you all now. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Thanks for all your comments, and see you all soon. Hey, great show again, Frank, says Charlie the Mud. Thank you, Charlie. And the tea. Thanks, Frank. Great show again. Thank you. Thank you, boys. See you all soon. And see you Monday. I've got the history show. The history show. Yeah, 10 o'clock, Wednesday, panel. Be powerful, you know. Be powerful. People will agree and disagree and whatever. That's the way it is. Be good. Be good. So thank you, panel, for asking for the time. 10 o'clock, Wednesday. If you're interested in history, I've got the history show on Monday night. I have Derek Shelmadine on if you're interested in music, because this fella's an encyclopedia of music. He's good. And we're talking about Dion DiMucci. Dion DiMucci. So if you fancy popping into that as well, loads of history though as well, by the way. Loads of it. And should be good. On Tuesday night, 8 o'clock as usual, the footy. Wednesday, 10 o'clock. I haven't come up with a title yet, nor a background, but you will enjoy it. I know you will. Thanks, everybody. See you later. Enjoy the weekend, what's left. And hopefully see you all next week.